Hello, Libra. Welcome to Eco Tarot. This is Kensley, the Eco Tarotist, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different for your reading, and I've already pulled the cards just to speed up time and also to get to know the cards each, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and just let you know the main cards, and then I'll go through the cards through the supporting cards as we go along. But you first got Panther Spirit. It's stating reclaim your power. You got Parrot Spirit, watch your words. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. And the Traveler, move in a new direction. And just letting you know, I was looking at these cards and I was like, so these are from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And then these two cards are from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. But if you notice this, that I see this progression in, I can put this, wait, no. I guess this is going to have to be this way. I swear I really don't understand this whole camera thing yet, so I'm going to have to get used to it all. Here we go. There we go. I don't know if you can see that, if that makes any sense. I see Panther Spirit as grounded, hidden in the earth. I see Parrot Spirit as in the foliage, in just slightly hovering above the earth. I see the Eagle Spirit as transcending the earth into the sky. And then I see this Traveler. I see this Traveler as extending beyond that perspective and kind of having a worldly outlook. So I feel this progression of things. So that's already an interesting take. For the Panther Spirit, you got, and I'm using the Vice Versa Tarot. And for Panther Spirit, you got the Nine of Swords from behind and the King of Swords from behind. King of Wands from behind, sorry about that. And I'm thinking, so reclaim your power. I think it's, you're braver than you realize. I think you're scared about something. This is a card called the Nightmare card. It's usually someone going like this, scared about what they're facing in their minds. And you get the backwards version of this. And so I don't, there's not much difference, but what it is that he's looking out into the dawn, the sunrise, that nightmare is over. You're waking up from the nightmare. And then there's this shadow dude over here that is actually helping you get through that, whether it's your higher self, whether that's a spirit guide, whether that's spirit itself, God, whether it's Jesus, who knows, I don't know. But there's definitely a symbology of waking up from a nightmare that you've had, from the stress and anxiety of something that you've stewed over and over and over in your head, and you're overcome with either grief or anxiety or worry that something could have gone over better, and you're waking up from it. And I think that's interesting because, reclaiming your power, Panthers are, they're in the depths of the jungle, and maybe they're coming out of, That's what I think of when I think of this card. I think of actually, you know, coming out of the depths of the jungle to reclaim your power, that you're braver than you think you are. And in combination with this, so normally I take the King of Wands as kind of the catch of the kings. You want this guy. Look at him. He's like, I don't need anything flashy. I can rule my kingdom with just a stinking stick. I don't need any fucking flashy shit. Nuh-uh. And I've got my spotted salamander here that's gonna, you know, be my spirit animal. And whatever. I don't need any huge lion. Sorry, no offense, Leos. Love you, mean it. But I got something better. I got something tinier that you don't even realize the strength of it. But you're seeing the backside of him. That's not you. It is, but I feel like you have to see the perspective and this shift of these cards, because they're fascinating to me. And on the backside, you see it's nighttime, and you see this huge anaconda in a tree. And that deals with, I think that's a battle of integrity. I think that this king usually is confident in making decisions, and it knows what he wants and goes after it and gets it, and you know, is loyal but passionate and fiery, but just I'm gonna love you till the end. And you're seeing this a little bit more vulnerable side of him. You're seeing the back side of him, which is not, it is protected by the wood that he also wields. But you know, it's not as, you're not facing this person head on. You're sneaking up on the back side of him, and this little salamander has turned into this huge snake. And maybe he's concerned about things that he's so confident that you don't realize that he's worried too, that he himself has worries and nightmares, and that maybe he himself is waking up from those nightmares, and you know, this is the nighttime, the unknown, the scary, and he's waking up to the realization that these are just worries in my head, and if I can take a different approach and take action and reclaim my power, then the situation that I'm in may just be in my head. And then you go into the parrot spirit, watch your words. And I think of a parrot as actually parroting something. You're just spewing out what you hear. You're just, you know, watching the news, and whatever events that pop up, that's what you know. There's no push to learn the truths on your own. You're just mocking and mimicking what somebody else has told you. You're parroting, you're just repeating exactly what someone else has spoon-fed you into the world. And this card talks about more so, what do you say to yourself? But I also take this as, you know, are these your words, or are they just an echo of someone else's words? And maybe that's what you're saying to yourself, and that's and to support that, this card, you've got the Four of Cups in the forward position and the Eight of Wands in the forward position. And I think that's interesting, because watching your words, and then this is a highly communicative card, but it's coming in fast. It's almost as if you respond too quickly before you think about it. You are notorious for snapping at someone or just blurting something out before you really think about it, and then you get all bummed out afterwards when things don't go your way, because you're like, well, just said what what the truth was, and then they all abandoned me because these cups, because I'm honest, and so you're over it. That's the ugh card. You're like, ugh, why can't I just say my piece? But is it really your piece? Is it really what you have thought about? Is it really what you truly believe inside, or is it just what someone else has been shouting out? And then you're like blurting back immediately. You're blurting back to other people, and you're blurting back to yourself. You're telling yourself what somebody else has been talking about, and maybe it goes against what you truly believe. That's interesting. Wow. So you've got, you're braver than you think you are. You've got some hesitation. But you're waking up to that worry, and it's no longer consuming you. You still have to deal with your communication issues. And maybe that's a part of this realization. And this is telling you to go much higher than what this parrot is. This is all in the foliage, in the leaves of the rainforest. And this spirit is telling you to go much higher, to soar as high as you possibly can, and look down and really understand something from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. And then these are the supporting cards for the eagle. And this is the Nine of Pentacles from behind, and the King of Swords looking forward. And I noticed this, and I thought this was really interesting. This eagle is that raptor coming in to land on this guy's arm, while you're focused on this dove in the dark, in the unknown, and you don't realize that that's what you need to be doing. But you're so focused close-mindedly, because you're using, I mean, I think of like, I don't know, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to make anything political, but I think of my dad and how much he's just obsessed with Fox News. And I'm like, have some original thought. Have you looked at the different pros and cons? And he just gets fed all of the Fox News information and just spews it out. And I ask him a question that's not just something that's, overarching. And he's like, well, I don't know much about that. And I'm like, well, maybe you should have researched that before you start touting off what Fox News fucking says to you. Maybe you should, I mean, this is the parrot. It's like, you're right here. Wait, where are you? You're right here. And this is that parrot. And you're so focused so closely on this that you don't realize that you need to be this eagle right here. Up in a tower, thinking about things from a higher perspective. Pull yourself up and out. Pull yourself up from the depths of what you realized that isn't working. This is what you realize is not working for you. You always, this is the putting the foot in the mouth combo. This is putting the foot in the mouth combo. And this is saying go higher. Seek the truth. Control in your intellect. Control what comes into your brain by what you make of it, by what you research, by what you do to compare. And frankly, you know, not to get political again, but do you realize that what some and I call it entertainment. News is no longer just news. It is entertainment. It is clickbait. It is something that they want to get you hooked in, and the only way they can do it is by sensationalizing the next thing. Always, constantly, and you're just barraged and barraged and barraged. And it doesn't it's entertainment. Because it's also skewed. It's not impartial. It's not looking at it from a balanced perspective. And maybe I don't even see stinking justice or, you know, Six of Pentacles or anything like that that talks about balance. But I see that as you've got a skewed perspective. And you need to go further and make decisions for yourself. And that doesn't mean that that's not right. And it doesn't mean that the other side of things is right either. The truth is always in the middle, and that's balance. The truth is never what Fox News or CNN say to you. No. Those are all a sensationalizing. The truth is somewhere in the middle. And for you to understand that, then it's a huge deal, and that allows you for perspective. And maybe you should go on and research this topic from something other than Fox News or CNN. No affiliates, no pros or cons to those entities. It's more just, no. When you're looking at one perspective, it's not going to work for you, and you're going to put your foot in your mouth every single time. But this is saying, you know, she's got this perfect life and seemingly perfect life, but she's so focused on this fucking dove, and she doesn't realize that all of this is not, it's not good without perspective. This is the card of perspective. This is the card of the person who has understood life for what it is, who is not afraid to go and seek the truth himself or herself. It's this person understands truth and knowledge and wisdom and controls it within himself and controls the erraticness. And no longer is just a verbal vomit, hot mess. He's in control of the truth because he's no longer allowing someone else to parrot it to him. And then you have the Traveler and moving in a new direction. But then you have these two cards that are supporting it. And this is really cool. This is when it really starts to get cool. Because when you change that perspective and you move higher up, it becomes maybe a worldly perspective, but I think this goes further. Look at this card. Look at this. So this is celebration, reunions, celebration. In this card, it's they're being depicted of you know, giving an offering to the heavens and dancing and celebrating. It's hilarious how in another reading, I got so upset at this card. And I see it very differently now in the face of these cards. But I was like, she is working really, really hard. And these two psychos are just dancing in the background and totally not working and helping her out. And I'm just so upset. I got and now I'm like, no, they're doing the dancing ritual part of the ceremony, and she's holding up the cup, and it's a very wait a second. I was so pissed off at this card last week, and now I'm like, oh no, we're good here. And I see it because it's in the context of finding like-minded people. Like-minded people who aren't just blindly fed something, that think for themselves, that consider what's true and what is not. It's hard in our social media today to identify what is truth and what is not. What are they feeding you just for clickbait? What are they feeding you just to manipulate you into buying something? What are they feeding you just to get back at something or some other group? And so I think this card is finding like-minded people, and then you've got the Chariot. So this was the Three of Cups, if I didn't say it. Three of Cups from behind, and then this is the Chariot from behind. And the Chariot is normally, moving forward towards you, with kind of a yin and yang Sphinx kind of group of ladies. But this is where you see it's from behind. And I don't know if you can see with these glares, I apologize. But you see that the cosmos are behind this pathway, the stone pathway that they're on. And perhaps that you're making that stone pathway through the cosmos, and it's falling away. It's hiding, it's falling away after you've gone over it back into the cosmos, where it's I see this as very kind of not just worldly, but 5D. It's like moving. This is world. Oh wow, this is worldly, and then this is 5D. It's a total progression of going from Earth into just hovering above Earth, into hovering within the stratosphere, to being a global-minded person, to moving past that into the cosmos, into a 5D experience. And it's a total progression of understanding of truth. And the more you question what you're being told, the more you seek it for yourself, and then realize that the truth pretty much lies within you and has lain within you. I don't know if that's right. The whole time. Wow, what a cool message. And you're hanging out with like-minded people who understand what the world is really about, and is not so concerned with the depths of the worldly matters that you've been contemplating on and off for years. And you're finally turning your back. You're understanding that what's happening is not working for you. What has been happening is not working for you. I see this transition. I mean, look at that again. This is the eagle that's right in here. And you need to stop looking so closely on the ground and start having some perspective high up in the air. And then once you do that, you're going to get to this King of Swords energy. And that's going to lead to a totally different perspective of the world, moving in a new direction, with like-minded individuals and transcending not just what we hold true in this world, but above and beyond. That's a very interesting story. And then you've got some underlying of fire guardian, ignite your passions. Ignite your passions. Armadillo, set healthy boundaries amongst the what you know to be false. And then you've got the Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. I think you're going to find what you're looking for. Anyways. All right, Libra, I hope that helped. Hope you have a wonderful day. Love you guys.